guys, this is Vivian with the Hive. We have a show called The Buzz, and that is the show. The Buzz is with Globochem today. They are this kind of well-known team for VRML, VR Master League. These are actually they're pro athletes. I can call you guys that, right? Because you're the number one team, you've competed, and all that good stuff. So this is actually rather special because Thunder was on the Hive, which is a VR show actually, last year, and got me into Onward. He forced me, and it was the best thing
I
ever.
threatened.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys know, but I play Onward too.
Wait, you play Onward?
I do. Yeah. So I just thought maybe.
Might have seen you in some hobbies.
Okay, so because like I'm a fan, but I kind of know how to play, so I just anyway. Anyway, let's introduce everybody here. Let's start with the one that started it all, Thunder Pilot.
Well, I would say me and Otto started it together, and then we found pants. But sure,
Okay, well,
how you're talking about with you? I'm talking about the team.
Okay.
Already throwing me under the bus.
Yeah.
1 minute in.
But I'm not throwing you. I'm just saying it was Globochem was started by Otto.
All right. Okay. So then, co-founder.
Yeah, co-founder.
Otto, right? He's like thinking about that. I don't know. Then we have John Christian. You know your name, or otherwise known as Pants.
Pantaloonus.
Okay, that was actually my name, but I had to change it. And we have Raph. Hi.
I'm Raphael, the teddy bear, the salesman.
I'm sorry, the teddy bear?
Yeah.
You haven't seen his name? He's got the teddy bear in it.
Yeah.
My photo.
Do you call him teddy bear?
No, not
sometimes Mix is calling me.
All right, secrets already.
Teddy bears on OBJ. Teddy bears on OBJ.
Yeah,
it's kind of a long call out, but it's effective.
That's cute. I'm gonna call you that now. And it's 4:30 where he is right now. So where are you?
Yeah, Finland.
Okay, Finland. There we go. Thank you for joining us. And then you're one of your latest members, Lionheart. You might recognize him from an episode a few weeks ago. Where he was very confused, and now he doesn't look so confused. Now he looks like he knows what he's doing. Let me tell you something real quick. Before this season, or actually the start of this season, I asked Otto for some advice, and we brought up Lionheart, and he said if I had a spot open, I would try to recruit him. And he did. He totally kept his word and actually meant what he said. So that's really, really cool to see you on Globo. So congratulations. I know it's a dream of many boys and girls. Did that sound mean? I meant that.
No.
That was funny.
So guys, Lion can't hear anything. What do you guys think about him? Is he good? Like,
he's great.
Like, did you all vote? Like, did anyone vote no?
No, there's no votes against him.
To be honest, like, we all have been looking at Lion for like 9 months to a year, so it wasn't a surprise at all.
9 months later, you have a baby cub.
Even though my team killed Thunder Pilot 3 times in the last 2 days.
It's alright.
It was like 6 times. It wasn't.
No, somebody else's team killed you. I finished you off. That's all. That's all.
Toast is not here. If Toast was here, he wouldn't say anything, but he'd put his hands up. Like, come on. He gets team killed all the time.
Oh, really? Can you guys do an impression of Toast? I haven't really seen.
I'll do an impression of Toast.
Yeah. Yes, that's pretty good. That's pretty accurate.
But then you die. Like, you die right after that.
Yeah, you get
right after.
And then someone goes, "Fuck, are you fucked?"
Okay. So I watched you guys on stage at Oculus Connect 5, and Toast is my favorite.
100%.
He's great.
He's a sweet.
For no reason other than his looks and the name Toast. I was just, like, that was literally the conversation we were all having.
Is it because he's quiet and you're talkative and the opposites, you know?
He's all ears.
It's not. Yeah.
I do it for a living, but okay, whatever. No, actually, yeah, I do like quiet people, and not because I talk a lot, because when they do talk, they have something important to say. So that's always stop telling
quality
me
over quantity.
Yeah, but
he's also a genius.
Oh,
straight up. Like, I played so many games with this guy, and he's absolutely
He's legit very, very, very intelligent.
It's insane how smart he is. Like we
what?
played.
Like, do you quiz him on stuff? Like,
No, I mean like I've played 2 games with him, and like he knows everything about boats. He knows everything about how to construct them.
about boats?
And yeah,
He's a very analytical
he
person.
knows everything about everything. We played another game where it was a crafting game, and he knew everything, and I had done the tutorial, and he knew more shit than I did, and he'd never watch any videos on it. He's like, he literally is hands down a genius.
Yeah, I agree.
Insane.
Okay, this just.
Or maybe you are just stupid, Pants.
Confirm,
All
deny?
right.
He's not saying anything.
I'm not denying it. I'm not denying it.
Well, I have to have a whole special episode with Toast then because he's not even here to.
Good luck with that.
Yeah,
A
good
toast edition would be pretty sweet.
Did you just say good luck with that? Because
Yeah.
I like challenges. Let me tell you.
Yeah, you're gonna have a big challenge ahead of you. We went on events, and I swear to God, he said 2 words the entire day. Toast is not a talkative guy, or
Except if you, you offer him 2 drinks before or something.
yeah. Give Toast some beers, and then you'll have a good interview.
Yeah.
You gotta buy it for him though.
All right. Okay, sure. Can you guys introduce me to him? I don't think I've ever
No.
met him.
There's no introduction. Like, I mean, I can't. It'll just be you being in. You'll meet him,
Okay.
but he won't say anything.
You can find him on Discord.
He won't like.
You can say hi, and that's it. That's the end of the introduction. That's it.
Okay.
He won't respond. He doesn't talk. I'm telling you. Like, I even tried. I asked him a question today, and he didn't even talk.
Guys, Pants is actually here right now. So I'm sorry, Toast. Toast is actually here right now.
That's fine.
Like,
That's all right.
yeah.
He knows that.
Do you have anything to say about that, Toast? Let's listen. I agree.
Wait for a long time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about your other teammates who aren't here. Let's hear about Gattaca. He's your latest addition.
Gattaca's legit. I know him personally, but he's been playing for a while. He was on Dead Logic, which was quite an interesting team in the EU for a while. A lot of good players came out of that team, and so yeah, Gattaca's been on our radar for some time. And he subbed in the beginners match with us earlier this year, and we beat them with him. And I thought that was a pretty good indicator that he would be a good fit for our team. So.
Is a good indicator is beating beginners or holding his own?
Well, just he subbed into a world championship level match. You know what I mean? Having not played with us very much at all, and he integrated very well into that.
From what I understand, he is your friend, though. Aren't you guys?
He is my friend. Yeah.
Like IRL?
Yeah, I introduced him to Onward, and
Yeah.
then he started playing it and got super good.
That's so cool how all the people you introduced to Onward are awesome people.
I think he was one of my first recruits when I first started in League as a team captain.
Yeah, Tactical Illuminati, right? I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Wow, you guys really were watching him. All right, hold on. Lion, close your ears. Yeah, he's a baby cub.
I
Well,
can still-
guys, I want to hear like, how do you guys find the people? You know, who are you? How do you talk about them? You're like, you play a game with them, or you hear through the grapevine? You
It
guys-
takes a while to
Yeah.
figure out if we want to recruit someone or not, because you have to know their personality, their play style, what kind of mentality they have about the game.
Mhm.
All those things are important, and you can't really learn those things quickly.
Like with not applications or
No, we don't really
Interview?
do applications.
Honestly,
we just play together.
photos?
If you come into our lobbies and you kill us a lot, that's a good start. Like,
Or if you get
come
killed
and
by
join
us a
the
lot and you don't
team.
quit.
and you stay.
Yeah,
keep
I
playing.
like that.
That's how it started with me. I used to get killed all the time when I was a noob, but I was like, I want to beat them. I want to beat them.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I thought Lion was a good pick, was because a long time ago, it's like 7 months ago, I was playing with him, and then he kept dying, and he's like, no joke, our lobbies would cycle all these people, and Lion would be one of the only people there, just still fighting us, still
Yeah.
competing. And I was like, I think I asked him, I'm like, are you like, I can't believe you haven't left yet. And he's like, I'm not leaving. He's like, I want to beat you guys. I'm like, okay, that's pretty fucking dope.
I lock onto that. Whenever
Yeah.
when I get defeated, I just lock onto whoever defeated me. Just if I was gonna play till 10 p.m., I'm playing till midnight now. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, he actually I do know that about Lion. He told me once that after he gets killed by someone, he just focuses on that person until he can beat them. So,
Or team.
Okay. Or team. So
whenever I saw a global lobby going, I was like, oh, I will sit and wait till it's a spot open for like an hour and wait till get in it.
So you guys might think that you haven't played with Globo, maybe you haven't, but I happen to know that sometimes you guys go under names that aren't yours.
How do you know that?
I don't blame them.
Because okay, so maybe I won't say who, but one of you guys stays really quiet. So can't confirm, but I think I know. But another one of you who isn't quiet, like starts talking and then, gets excited and animated about what just happened, and I'm like, that voice sounds familiar.
I don't know who you're talking
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that I wish it was your actual name, Thunder, because we played and you killed me. And it was awesome because I was on your team and I was capping and you killed me. It was awesome. It's like the best thing ever. That's like my one good thing about
But
playing
see,
this.
was it me? Who knows?
Isn't it cool though that people like, like I know it's a video game, but you guys are kind of like, stars of the league, top team. Everyone wants to beat you. People want to join you.
Yeah, it also puts a target on our backs, and people like to, talk down to us when they do better than us. So
100%.
Oh, who does that?
Yeah.
Like who?
A lot of people.
Like who? Just throw one out.
I don't want to throw any
No,
names.
we're not going to call anyone out by name.
There's enough people. We don't need to single
Look
anybody
at
out.
them. They're all better. Like they're better than you.
We've been on top for so long, and we're pretty used to it.
He's
you know what
being
I mean?
nice.
It's a compliment, I think.
Actually, it's a motivation for us.
Yeah.
Like,
And it is a motivation.
Yeah, it is a motivator.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, you play under different names so that we don't have a stacked lobby of Globochem, and they're all being super careful and holding super tight angles and moving is super slow and.
Honestly, I do it because I just want to play and not deal with it.
I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to play.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Because we gotta practice too. You know what I mean? Outside of like what we do and keep our fundamentals sharp. So you gotta put in the work and.
These are perishable skills. Shooting fast and accurate. It's so perishable. You're off for a week and then you have to.
Stealing caps. Yeah,
that's true.
Can be.
Come back and you're off.
Yep.
Yeah,
it goes quick.
I'm sorry, was that Otto?
Pants was just talking about how if you take a little break, your quick reaction time and your muscle memory it goes downhill pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because you guys are pretty. I feel like. I mean, I know that you guys are like fun dudes. Individually, I play with Raph a lot. He comes in.
Raph's a pretty fun guy.
Well,
Raph likes to have
quiet,
fun.
But
I'm always silent.
Yeah. But I just always think of you guys as like the calm, cool, and collected team. But who loses their cool the most?
Thunder.
I mean, I don't lose my cool, but I'm a very passionate person, as you know.
I'll be honest. I know no one's saying this. Yeah, there we go. Someone said it. I freaked the fuck out. Like even today we were playing and I was losing my mind.
Over who?
Just over the game in general. Like I feel like we haven't played in a while and we don't have the greatest chemistry right now, so I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing. But I mean, I'm pretty sure soon we'll have it in check, so it's not a big deal.
We've been through transitions like this before. We're very used to them. We know how they go. It's just a process,
Yeah. But I mean, I freak out anyhow, even if I die. Like the game's different now. People have cheeky angles and like you can get a shot across the map in certain spots, especially on quarantine. First time I got shot like near the crater, I was like, "What the friggin'? I just lost my mind." And then I have Raph here who harasses me, so I have to deal with that. But yeah,
Raph harasses everybody.
That's so cute. Are you guys like the pair?
Yeah, we're dating.
Yeah, Pants came to Finland.
I meant as friends, but okay, that's juicier. I like that.
See that teddy bear behind Raph?
That's
I bought that for him.
Did you really?
Yes.
No, I didn't. That's gay. I mean, nothing against gay people, but I didn't do that for Raph.
It's funny that he had the picture, pulled it up, and.
I was gonna show you guys that earlier because I saw it.
Well,
yes.
You guys talk about like having a target on your back. I mean, to be honest, that's what I forgot. I do have your guys' logo somewhere. I mean, to be honest, I do tease you guys. Well, one because like Luke, you're cool. It's fun playing with you guys, but it's also like I guess as like just as a way for other people to feel like they can they can go up against you guys. They can play in the league too. But I do like have great respect for you guys. Like you guys stick together. I really like that. This sounds mean, but I like that you guys don't get too involved in the league general conversation
Can't.
sometimes.
Yeah, we've been around long enough to know that it's just not a good idea.
I mean, yeah, I actually recently muted it.
Yeah.
There
We've been in League General for a long time now, so.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, sometimes I don't even know what's happening. I just like go in there and like just.
It's
take
better
sides.
not to.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. But I actually did just start muting it recently. But today, like before this episode, is why I was like, I was really tired, but I just was like messing around in there, and which is fun. It's nice to kind of, you know, and like mess with each other, but in a fun way. So like, since you guys don't chat in there a lot, how do you like stay connected with people in the community? Like other players.
Just
stuff?
mostly with their relationships we formed in the past with other teams and just playing at night.
There's some people we scrim regularly. There's some people we lobby up with regularly. So
Yeah.
we keep in touch with a lot of
We
people.
know each other, yeah, the top teams.
Yeah,
You all know each other?
pretty
The
much.
top
Yeah.
teams?
I think so. At this point, yeah. I would say so.
I feel like almost everyone knows each other. Who don't you know?
Some of the newer teams we don't know too well.
I don't know pacifists like at all.
Yeah, some of the European teams we don't know too well as well.
EU teams, yeah.
Except Rexar. Rexar is on pacifist, and that guy is a beast.
Rexar's awesome. Yeah, he was on
Yeah.
The Divided, right? Yeah, he's good.
He's very good.
Yes, I know. Are you trying to? Are you like blinking? Does Rexar need to perk up? I'll have to let him know that you guys are watching him. So the thing is with
He's an EU player, right?
Yeah,
He is an EU
Yep.
player.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's good.
He's the one that aced the beginners on downfall.
Yeah, he was on Deadlogic
Last season, I think.
Gattaca. Yeah.
My favorite thing is that I think and we'll talk about this. I know there's some strong opinions, but for the All Stars, he was randomized as a captain, and people were like, "We don't know who Rexar is." Like
that was me.
US.
That was me saying that, and I was wrong. That guy's awesome. That guy's super
There
legit.
you go. I was
Yeah.
like, he's awesome. And
I just didn't know him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never heard of him. But when I played with him, no,
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's a cool dude. So that's always good to know. So you know, if you think you're not good enough to be noticed, it's not true. They might be proven wrong. So I think that's what everybody wants. So let's talk about what you have a target for, because we are nearing the end of season 8. You guys are still number 1, right? We still have some games to go. How are you guys preparing for that? You got 2 new people on the roster. I think you're missing some from the original.
Yeah, we're just forming our new dynamic, seeing who's best at what. It's we're very used to this process and just forming new plans to push the meta forward.
Yeah, are you guys nervous?
No, this is our bread and butter. This is what we do. We've been doing it for a long time.
This is what they do. They get paid to do this, right?
Sometimes.
Even before we got paid to do this,
Yeah.
This is just what we love to do. I love to
The
compete.
love we have for the game.
Yeah.
And each other, and the teddy bears. I know.
Yeah, we respect each other.
And
as
the
a
teddy
team.
bears.
And all the players.
Yeah, that's cool. You guys, so you're not scared. That's awesome. I'm actually rooting for you. I rooted for you guys at OC5, but people told me that I wasn't supposed to. I didn't know what was going on. Somebody was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go for Globo." It was actually your friend, Luke. So that's why I was like, "Yeah, Globo," and they're like, "No, they're always the champs. We're going for beginners or something." I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm rooting for you guys because I mean, I'm playing. I don't want to say I'm playing for fun. I know that really triggers Lionheart, but like I kind of like have to play for fun right now because it's I'm still learning the game and everything.
There's lots of different kinds of fun.
Oh, that's what's great about the league. Like whatever level you're at, you can find good games right now.
Yeah.
There's a good spread of skill in the teams.
There is. So whatever level you're at, you'll find like that in the league, and you'll be able to get better from there.
Yeah. I agree. Actually, I really just I was very, very focused last season because it was like my first season, and I was trying to like, like Onward really helped me outside of just playing the game, just with personal stuff. So I was really focused with it, and I'm not gonna say I'm not focused this season. I guess no, I'm not. Wait, hold on, let me think about this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I am. Do want to play, want to do well, but we have a bunch of new people on our team, and I found like other things that I think I'm more useful at, like promoting you guys, that kind of stuff. So I really like that you can kind of do a little bit of everything. If you suck, you could still be involved in the league, like being a caster. Thunder, I saw that you were on their roster as a caster.
Oh, I was a caster for a long time,
Yeah.
and me and Nightfire were the original cast. Me, Nightfire, Viper, and Radarhead and Otto were the original casters, like before we had a casting suite. You know what I mean? And I just got too busy. And with Globochem, being competing, I just had to choose one thing or the other.
Yeah. What are you busy with?
School and Onward.
School and Onward. No other games.
No, I mean I play a little bit of other games, not really though.
Yeah, because I get Candy Crush requests from you.
I don't think that's
I know you're addicted, Thunder.
Don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
How many hours do you guys play a week?
It depends. Right now, I think I'm averaging like 30 over 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
we used to play like 60.
Yeah. We used to play a lot more.
I'm on most nights.
60. Yeah, we used to play like 5 hours a day. I'm not kidding you.
I believe you.
Yeah.
There's some people, even in this chat, play for like 14 hours.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Oh, I wonder.
Yeah.
Would that actually be?
Yeah. Isn't Lion intense, guys? Is it a little too intense for you?
I think right now I'm being more quiet because I'm the newest member, so I have to kind of follow along with their system, instead of.
It's a process.
So you've always wanted. I know that you've always loved the game. You've been playing and wanting to be on Globo. That was kind of a goal of yours. So now that you are among them and you are Globochem, like what's it like?
Stressful.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
No, I'm not stressed out.
Brutal. You can say it.
No, not at all. I mean, it's
You're
just.
already voted in, Lion. You just tell us the truth now. We want to know.
I ain't saying the truth. It's
I know.
not. It's not. Well, except for this match today, it was a little stressful. But
yeah.
Well, I think that you had ideas and everything, but it was just going too fast. You just couldn't take it all in 15 seconds after the round began. But Globochem, I think, operates a bit differently than any other team I've ever seen. Most, like for instance, on Space Force, it was like pure structure. Like we're gonna go to this spot and we're gonna do this at this exact time and we're gonna make this click and we're gonna throw a grenade here. It's all completely structured. On Globochem, it's more intuition based. Or I think it seems like we're gonna actually attack an objective. It's not gonna be somebody definitively saying, "Okay, we're attacking the objective." It'll be like we're all in. You'll get close. And they would just kind of whatever.
You know why that is? I'm going to say it right now. That's because Nightfire, when he would stream, he'd watch us and he'd say that, oh, everything's structured. These guys know exactly the time they're moving, everything. And I would laugh because I was thinking, all these guys are going to go and do that. It's like the thing, they say, watch as he does, not what he says, right? It's like, you laugh because everyone else is doing this and you're like, you got to stay at the top, but now everyone's going to think everything has to be coordinated in a certain
It's overthinking,
way.
Yeah,
it's way overthought.
We're very intuitive and adaptive.
Nothing ever goes to plan.
You know what? That's true because as a rookie,
if we went to plan, we'd win everything.
As a rookie in the league and in gaming in general, people like to teach me and handhold, and a lot of the lessons was always like, you'll never see Globochem, blah blah blah, or Globochem. It was really funny because I'm like, how do I just play like the people who took last place last season? So that's actually really funny that you say that. What other myths are there that you hear that you're like, that is not true?
I mean, a lot of it is true, though. To be honest, like some of the other.
Yeah, I think for the most part, most of it's true.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, we did get to this position for a reason. And
What's
we
that
do
reason?
Well, we fundamentally approach the game and think differently than other people, and they can't mimic that or figure that out, and they just won't be able to.
Do you think that will get people anywhere? Like watching and studying you guys? Do you think it's
because
you have to know our thought process.
Exactly, you have to know thought process.
You can't. It's not apparent when you watch a cast. It's not apparent what's actually going
not just
on.
a corner you hide and wait or spot you have.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not about the positioning. It's not about any one thing. It's about all of it that kind of blends together to form one strategy.
Sorry.
No, what's the something that you feel is vital and very important, but people overlook it and they take it for granted, or anything that that you guys have that people don't think about?
I'm gonna say something which is not gonna make any sense at all, or I mean, it will make sense. But it's intuition. Like, you can find players, but if they don't have like instinct and intuition, they won't
there's like a ceiling to their skill. You know,
that's like they have to know almost in a way what's going on, like. And this has always happened when we look at people, when we pick people, even with our teammates, like even with teammates we've had before, like we've had multiple teammates. We have Truggy, we've had Norseman, we've had Herds. One thing that always screws up is intuition. Like, it's just awareness, and it's one of the biggest things in the game.
And it can't really be taught. You either have it or you don't.
Yeah. And it comes with a certain level of paranoia that you have to have.
Yeah. And
that's a guarding objective.
Yep.
Like,
if you're not checking your tablet after every shot,
there's
something wrong. You know what I mean? And if you don't naturally do that, then you should ask yourself why. Like,
yeah.
Because I have to. That's like, there's no question. Your shots, tablet.
I did hear a rumor that you guys have like a team diary where you write like after games, like "Dear Diary, this is what happened."
Dear Diary, Raph made fun of me.
No idea where you heard that.
That's a funny one. I haven't heard that.
He called me a big stupid idiot.
I mean, I think Raph has one, but that's not for Onward. That's for something.
I think we chatted about it a little bit, like any other team. Though.
Yeah,
Dear Diary, I'm gonna give them a teddy bear to hopefully make up for.
Yeah. We do debriefs and meetings and stuff like that for sure.
Yeah, like, so this was actually really funny because, well, actually my team practices, we actually have set practices, and last year was even more so, and we talked regularly to, just try and like figure out how to play the game. Yeah. You're just talking about debrief, so that's one thing that sometimes I see like some teams just kind of like leave. We have a rule where you have to debrief after a game at least.
Makes sense, right? Learn from your mistakes, see what you did right, talk about what you want to change.
Yeah, but I also hear people like are always like, wow, you guys practice? I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't you practice? So aside from practice and running plays, debriefing, do you guys do anything like for bonding other than cuddling? Or I read that in the diary, by
the way. Okay.
Do you play other games? Anything?
Just to keep that one a secret.
All of us play games with each other outside of Onward, and I mean, we keep in touch just through our Discord. We're talking in it usually every day.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, we play other games too. I played games with Toast. I played games with Thunder and Otto. I still play games with Arsenic.
Yeah, they play Apex a lot.
I try to get Ralph to leave the game and play other games with me, but he won't.
I don't have time for anything else at this moment. Yeah.
He admits it.
He goes, "There's no game for me like Onward, pants."
Good impression.
I've known him too long.
Yeah, you looked a little more handsome when you said that.
You should. Yeah, thanks. Oh, I talk like this all the time, Thunder Pilot.
That's pretty.
Don't seduce me.
Because I hear people say that you guys look like brothers, actually.
Who, me and Rob?
Yeah.
It's definitely dynamic.
Actually, speaking of brothers, the first time, so I played with Thunder and Otto for like, 5 months before I knew what they looked like, maybe even 6, 7. But when Otto told me that Thunder was brunette and Otto was blonde, and they were totally different looking, I was like, there's no way. then I added them on Facebook, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, they look so fucking different.
What did you think I looked like before you saw my appearance?
Exactly like you look.
People say
You saw your parents.
I had no idea, honestly. I don't.
Some people
neither.
say
Some
they
people
think
get an
I'm
image in
blonde.
mind.
Yeah. So that's actually one of the things about the show is it. Well, we're just chatting really, and it's partly because of that reason is that the league is growing, and I really loved hearing people say, I, played with these guys for a year, 2 years. I had no idea, or people who just never don't have social media. They don't really, put themselves out there, and so it kind of like brings it together. But you guys have all, aside from Lion, have all met in real life and stuff. Did that help?
Dude, hanging out with our team was super awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that we got to do it 4 times is wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw that out there. No, I'm kidding. No.
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Probably
You
did.
sort out many things that you have in real life. You just come here and put your stress out and shoot some people and make you feel better.
I gotta say, like, you guys are a top team, like #1 team. You guys are like awesome dudes and really helpful. And you guys are like really nice, but I would say like above even being just like this awesome team, I'm really jealous of like how well you guys gel. That's really cool. It's like something that you could definitely take for granted, I think, until like I see other teams when they're like, yeah, they don't talk to their teammates or they don't really know them and stuff. I'm like, isn't that kind of like part of it and stuff? So I'm really.
It should be.
Yeah.
No, half of it is just being, friends with these guys and competing together, and we were always joking. I mean, you remember that match with beginners? Pants was on the roof of quarantine singing "White Christmas." I mean, that's a good description of
Speaking
our
of
team.
White Christmas, it's coming up again.
Canadian summer's over. White Christmas coming in, but
I'm not looking forward to the snow.
I know, neither am I.
That's just how like we're at our best when we're having fun, And
okay, let's talk about that. Having fun. That is the big philosophy, I think, or paradox that often comes up, right? Because you have people who like, God, they take this game way too seriously, you're supposed to have fun. But then people are like, yes, it's fun when you win, or
it's not about the winning, it's the competing. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Like being like it's a struggle sometimes, and like it's a real battle every round, and I just love that. Like, and being able to push through that with your good friends and get things done, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
I like crushing my enemies, but I also like just the guys in general. Like I'm not talking about just my team. I'm like, in general, the whole community is really cool. Yeah. Like we have like one of the nicest communities ever. I was told it, like literally at one of the events they were saying all the CS:GO guys hate each other. So I mean,
we were all hanging out at all this.
Yeah. We're all drinking beer.
We all hung out at Oculus Connect this last month, and I think some people are going to DreamHack in Atlanta. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, it is a lot of fun to all hang out. I'm a little jealous. Sleepy, as you know, former Dangler, Caster League mod, he wrote in chat that he wants to be accepted into the Globochem program. So, like.
What's that?
I don't know.
What is that?
I think it's like your cool club.
The cool club.
I heard of that.
Yeah. Well,
I never heard of it.
What you kind of touched on it, Otto, about like kind of scouting, Lionheart, or just like keeping an eye out for players. Like I know there's a lot of different aspects, but what's like that one thing that you're like they need that or won't work? Like you can work on skill, you could work on certain things.
I think like a strong game sense, like Pants was talking about earlier, that's important. Have that intuition and also the right kind of mental attitude. Like I don't want someone who's gonna crumble under adversity or freak out.
Yeah.
We need someone who's gonna be strong in terrible situations because we've made amazing comebacks just because our attitude is we never give up.
Yeah, literally. We were going to lose by 1 point in the first event we ever played. And it was literally 1-3. And it was on Suburbia. Yep. And Toast clutched and killed the last 3 guys. And I said to him literally in that moment, I'm like, you might have just changed the game. And after that, we went on and destroyed Suburbia, and then we wiped them out on quarantine, and went into another.
Yeah,
game.
mental strength is very important in this game. It's not always going to go well. It doesn't matter how good your team is. It doesn't matter how good you are. I mean, Globochem is under pressure sometimes, but it doesn't matter. Like, that's where you find who is the best. Is how you respond to truth.
I kind of need that. I need that. That's the only, because I need, like,
I think a lot of us feel that
play
way.
well.
Yep. No, I'm having my most fun when I feel like anything could happen. Like, I'm about to die. I need to do something. That's a great feeling. That is the most fun feeling. That's what we all play on.
That's the playbook Thunder has.
That's when I feel alive at that point. And like,
I don't know if the feeling like I'm about to die is the best one. I think it's more like if they're about to die is the best one.
Well, I mean, I'm about to die in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like I'm alive when I'm about to be shot to death.
I wasn't talking about real life dying. I mean, I get the best feeling when a plan comes together. Like if we're attacking an OBJ and it's going good, we're attacking it, we're coordinated. I like that feeling.
I do like redemptive moments. Actually, probably my favorite feeling, I think, for my first season was, as I'm sure my team will tell you, I was really bugging them at practice to do the same thing over and over. Like, we did the same play over and over and over again, and they were like, we just want to play in lobbies. But then we had our match that week, and the play worked, and it was awesome. That was the
good feeling.
That was a really good feeling. And then it never happened again. No, I'm kidding. We actually still do the play. So we could teach you a few things. No, but that is a really good feeling. But when you're down, because that's hard. Like for us, we don't win a whole lot, and so it's different for us. But you guys are on top. You're trying to like maintain something, like that something's really at stake for you all. So how do you guys get back up?
The best thing I found is just to focus on the round at hand, not think about anything else.
Yeah, we don't think about winning or losing. We just
you can't focus on the outcome too much.
Like, if you saw us in Poland, the last round that was going to decide it was on Marsak Tower Defense.
Yeah.
That's the hardest one to breach on the whole map. And we didn't bat a fucking eye. We were just like, we went in, we did our plan, and it worked, and we won. That's a hard thing to do. If we had thought about it or hesitated for a second, just thinking about getting to that objective alone is hard. We breached it very effectively.
Yeah, and beginners are one hell of a fucking team, too.
Yep.
Like, holy.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And that's, again, the hardest thing to breach on that map. And so that gives you kind of an idea of how we approach things. Otto and I didn't think about it. We weren't like, oh, this is the hardest one, we can't do this. No, we went in and we just did it.
Do you guys have any rituals or any like words of support that you do? Do you have like a team cheer or handshake?
Toast has a ritual. He throws his knife every game, even on casting. He did it today. He does it every time.
I yell Globochem motherfuckers really loudly sometimes. I don't even plan to do it. I just do it.
Actually, Pants, that's funny you say that because I throw my knife a lot because of this lobby I played with you guys. Actually, it was like Thunder, Pants, Mix, Snakebite, I think.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, it was really funny. It was we were on Snow Peak and we're just going forward, and then we hear a shot, and Mix goes on the radio like, "Oh no!" And he killed Snakebite, and so I run up and we're like laughing at him for killing him, and then we're like, let's loot his body, and then I pulled a knife and I killed Aqua, I think, and so we all ended up killing each other by accident. So I'm like, never again. I am throwing the knife, and that was really funny because
that's hilarious.
Because I think Pants, you came in, you're like, what happened? I think I have a footage of that. It was really funny. You're just like, what?
I actually used to have a conspiracy theory for Globochem about why.
I'm so excited.
You want to hear what it was?
Yeah.
I thought the reason why you guys dropped your pistols in the beginning is because I thought there was some kind of graphical bug that'd make it to where that would shine through smoke, and you didn't want to be seen through smoke.
Huh.
There was a time where
so paranoid.
There was a time on one of the updates in the past where the glint of that would show through the smoke, and I figured that you guys knew that and would chuck that at the spawn so that you wouldn't be seen.
Yeah, that was true.
Interesting.
100% true.
And the knife as well.
He's a character, isn't he? Lion was the one person that I was always trying to kill because he's obnoxious. I don't know anyone as obnoxious as he is in lobbies. And then I got to know him. I'm like, okay, he's just kind of dumb. So I'm kidding. You should know that Lion and I are really good friends. I was him ragging on him, but he was the one, my Globo that I was like, I am determined to beat this guy. And I mean,
Lion's really good.
Yeah, he's like annoyingly good, but it's because he practices. Whereas I feel some of you kind of like, I know you guys said you practice, but like kind of like this really good natural. I'm not intuition, but like Pants. You're the number one person that people always say. That's like Pants is like a killer. He's amazing. You all are, but Pants' name gets put up a lot and quietly after Toast.
It's almost a bad thing though. Yeah. I think actually Toast got a little bit less recognition. I think it's just because I talk a lot. But and like people, like I talk a lot in game and people know where I am, and that's another thing too, is it's kind of a bad thing because people study where you go. So then you always have to try and play something different and do something a little bit more exotic. But yeah.
All right, we'll be looking at those casts then. So
one thing I like.
Go on.
One thing I like is when they know where I'm going to be and I go there and I kill them anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
yeah,
satisfying.
I pride myself on that sometimes. Like there's times when I'll even say before the round begins to the other team, I'm going to be over here, just so you know. I'm not trying to trick you or anything. I really am going to be there. And half the team will go there looking for me, and I'll kill them all.
Yeah. That's actually really fun. That brings up a good thing, which is that, you play the game a lot, and we go into lobbies, and, you play with, I mean, I really love the comp lobbies, because even when it happens to be like a pub lobby, where it's, not, there's like a big thing where like you shouldn't go into pub lobbies if you're a competitive player, but if I am in a pub lobby, I do go and play with League players on their side because of the camaraderie that we have, and also how well you guys get to know each other in a game, and just like the things that that other players can do. Like 2 days ago, whatever, I played with SliderCon from Ember, and we got this one objective on Bazaar, and I was just like, oh, I know what he's going to do. He's going to go in cap, so I just assisted. We didn't even have to talk about it. It was really cool. It's not that we played together all the time, but just like those little things that you get to know people and stuff. Who outside of your team do you personally like have a rapport with?
Probably most teams.
We have good relationships with a lot of players.
Just like players that you like to play with. You don't play with them on a team, but...
Otto, you 100% have a player that you bump into a lot. There's got to be a player. I know I had one for sure.
Fire Queen Alpha, guys.
Who's yours, Lion? Who's yours?
That I bump into that I like playing with? Or?
Yeah, who's like one person that you like bump into a lot that you guys are like back and forth?
That'd be Nintendo for me.
Yeah.
We're always facing off.
I think maybe
pretty good rivals.
Maybe
go to the same spots.
Mike Crook 21.
We do not talk about Mike on here.
I had Mad Scientist.
I had this whole thing ready for that.
Mad Scientist?
I had, before.
Mad
now
Scientist!
With sickness, maybe we have been working a little bit weirdly together.
You and Mad Scientist?
I mean, before I was playing for This Can't Be Blank team, like 2 years ago or something.
Can't be blank. This Can't Be Blank, yeah.
Yeah, before I joined Globochem, so I was playing with Mad. He was my other soulmate.
Mad is a good man. He's a good man.
I love Mad.
Onward soulmate.
Okay, so this doesn't happen often, but I had a really good game. Like it was just a comp, but it was I don't know what it was that night. I was just really like needing to get away from everything else. It was just Onward. It was a comp lobby, but like it had been a while since I racked up that many kills and stuff, but then Mad ruined it.
He'll do that.
Yeah, because I was like, I had like 13 and he had 14 or something. I don't know, something like that. That was just like ruined it. Yeah, I did like to say that he couldn't cat. We made fun of him today, but no, he's a good player. That's so Mad Scientist for you. Nintendo, yeah. Actually, I record a lot just because then I can learn from what I'm doing and stuff like that. But I have footage of me like just being like no, like I'm like purposely trying to get on Nintendo's side because I don't want to play against him. But now that when I do play against him, and do get to kill him, those are good too. So it's kind of cool. But if you can kill him.
It's nice killing Nintendo. I know a lot of things he does repeatedly.
He does like his certain
Yeah, he's got a few habits that you can take advantage of.
We all have.
But it's like Lion was saying earlier, you can do the same thing over and over, but if it works, it works. So
yeah, those are people that you go against. Like, is there? I mean, I'm not you're not recruiting and they're not recruiting you, but players that like you just love playing on their side, like not against them, just like if you could have another team, you would be on a team with them.
I like playing with the man. It's always fun.
Yeah, I like the man.
I like Sickness.
Yeah, the man's cool.
Brass the Mouth as well.
Who?
Brass
the Mouth.
Yeah,
he's a sweetheart. Actually,
he's very good too.
I really like G-Men in general.
Yeah, Brass.
I love all of G-Men.
Yeah,
and Zach Fontaine is also a good guy. I mean, all the guys we met.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had Thanksgiving with a couple of G-Men last year.
You did? That's cool. Who did I meet? Oh, I met the man.
I mean, we were in London and we were hanging out like all together, like all the time. G-Man and us.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with those guys.
Yeah, you know what I like about that team, G-Men, is that they will play with me. And I know that sounds silly. I'm not a terrible player. I mean, I have a lot less hours than everybody, but I like that they will play with me and they don't like. I don't know. I don't mind if people teach me, but I like
promote.
What?
Promote.
No.
Promote them.
No, I have to shout out to them because they're really good dudes. Like being like the fact that like there wasn't room in a lobby, but like Zach Fontaine, who I didn't really know, but he was like, he's like, no, come back in. He like just messaged me out of nowhere to like make sure that I knew I could go back into that lobby. Just stuff like that. The little things that like are like, hey, I know that we're totally more awesome than you, but that doesn't matter because we're all one community and stuff. So I really appreciate that, and they are definitely that team. Danglers are also those teams like of the top players that I know I can like talk to about like needing help, or they'll like offer advice, or
And
like,
I feel like
yeah.
If you want to play serious, you have to arrange your team to play a scrimmage like with other team or something.
Yeah.
You don't have to play serious like in comp lobbies that match. I mean, if someone joins and, I mean, yeah, they can just like play all together and they don't have to kick the other guy, or if they don't want to play with someone,
Yeah, as long as you're not team killing, you should be good.
I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I think comps have gotten really boring just because everyone's so defensive now and hiding.
Yes, and I would say that this season that is true.
It's like just freaking. I just want to freaking run out and shoot as many people as possible, or get freaking dunked on in the first 10 seconds. I don't want to sit here after I die and have
action.
To wait 4 minutes. Yeah, I want to see. I want to just play against the people. I don't want to wait forever.
Yeah. You should play with me. I'm really fun.
I know you are fun.
Actually, Pants. There was so. I'm really annoying about this, but I have to go through like capping exercises. And I have this thing that now everybody knows, so I'm not even going to bother hiding it, that people like to like steal my caps. And I know you're like, you can't steal people's caps, but they know I'm going to go cap or want to go cap. But I played with Pants once and I'm like, Pants, this is when I was like trying to do it every day. And I was like, I haven't got my cap for the day. I'm really tired. Can you? And it was nice. It was cool because it was one of those things that's like, people say like it's kind of like luck sometimes or whatever, but it was cool that I said we're in a comp lobby and I said, Pants, I really want to cap, and we did that. You
just
like
get in there and you just kill them all.
Yeah, but that was really cool, and that's like another thing, like revenge capping. I love that too. I love
that was nice.
That's the best.
Yeah,
that's the worst and the best. It's like come on, and it's also like yes, come on, let's go.
And Thunder, I think that it was you. I heard through all the tabloids of Onward League that people were like, Globochem never caps. They never cap. And so I think.
That used to be a thing.
Yeah, but that was you. I think that was like, oh yeah, we don't cap, and then you went and capped.
Yeah.
It was like
I think they said that on a cast right before I capped.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, actually they did. They did. That's a legit thing.
I capped on Suburbia.
Yeah,
They
Suburbia, I saw that.
Literally the round before he never caps, and then that round he capped. Raph also capped a lot.
No, we cap. We just do it smartly.
Yeah, I
like
try.
don't lose a round over capping. People
I guess we just
lose
go
too
for
many rounds.
kill.
Well, because if you can take a Marsoc round, that's important.
Yeah.
Take the Marsoc round.
That's true. Yeah, that okay, so Arsenic's not on the team anymore.
Oh, he is.
He's just not on the VRML roster.
They only let us do 8 on the roster at a time. So.
Okay, did you guys say that? Let's explain that, because everyone thinks, or explain it to us.
Well, you can only have 8 players on the official VRML roster, and he can't play right now, so
yeah,
we needed more players. So
he moved, and he doesn't have a VR space at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
Arsenic's a bully, so we kicked him.
Yeah, he makes us feel bad about ourselves.
Yeah, he's really mean to me, and when he's Spooty, he's actually worse.
So funny. He actually was as I was getting explanations of people on the team like this, a journalist, he was telling me about different people and stuff, and I thought it was really cool. And he said that Arsenic's a troll is what he told me. That's the first thing. And I was like, Arsenic's really nice. Every time I played with him, he was like, he's really a nice guy. I mean, I'm sure he's funny and is trolly, but I brought him up because as we are approaching the end of the season now, I know we're going to do a call out to all the teams, all the players. Send us your favorite plays of the season. Doesn't have to be yours, or it could be just your favorite cap, your favorite C4 kill Wookiee if you're watching, whatever it is. But I gotta say, one of my favorite plays was Arsenic on Quarantine. Do you guys remember that?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Awesome.
When G-Men killed 4 of us and Arsenic was left alone, and he just crawled right up to it.
Well, I mean, he
that was amazing. Yeah,
it was.
He was
Lobby must have been screaming in a tent, holy shit, is he gonna do it?
Yes,
he was singing and stuff.
He was joking about it, and
he just kind of scrolls up.
And they just let him right in.
It was just that's one of those things that's why we tune in to watch Globochem.
I don't think I've seen that. I want to see that.
It was pretty
maybe you should play with your team more and watch this again.
I can't. They don't want me.
I think you were there.
Maybe I was there.
I
don't know. I can't remember.
You were in the tent.
There's a lot of moments.
It might have been around Christmas. Maybe I was singing.
Well, what you guys tell me how it is in the tent when those moments happen. How are you guys? Are you guys screaming? Who's is it silent?
Yeah, I'm yelling Globochem, motherfucker. I'm yelling it very loudly.
Yeah, okay. Just that's cool.
That's my thing.
That was just amazing to watch. There's definitely plays like that I'm just or
we couldn't stop laughing. I remember when
because
I was laughing so hard. No, because he pulled
just
it off.
because he actually got there.
Yeah, I mean, how many of them
were you know what Toast's reaction was?
Dude, Toast? Was he there?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember if he was there or not.
He was there, I think.
No, that was really.
I bet even Toast left, and
I think so. That was horrendously awesome.
What else what other? I mean, I know you guys have a lot of good. Oh, I know. Another one I really liked was when you guys sacrificed Wrath on Cargo with C4. You sent him running.
Oh no! Well, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that was a great play.
I don't remember any of this.
You could say it was or wasn't a play. We all saw it, and everyone tries to
I was just Raph creating chaos and
It
destruction.
was literally just Raph telling me, "Hey, blow the C4 after I die."
Yeah,
that's what they do in Finland all the time. So,
and that's what I did.
You should have seen it. When I was there, I was dodging people left, right, and center.
We had negative people here.
Yeah, naked.
It's
naked
cold.
And negative.
Cold and dreary sometimes, right?
Yeah, Pants came here to Finland and saw me. Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah, but then they kicked him out.
Yeah, then they kicked me out.
So
I kept making jokes about his girlfriend's name. I kept making rhymes.
So many to make.
Yeah.
Aw, look at the friendship, so nice.
Yeah, we all hang up together. I mean, when we were in US and London, we just went and played paintball as a team.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we got an Airbnb.
Yeah, Lionheart plays paintball. That's why he started playing Onward, to get better at paintball. And now he just.
Well, I can't always play paintball, so I started playing actually Pavlov first and then Onward, just so that I could have something like that to play with when I couldn't play paintball.
Yeah, paintball's expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say
places, and that's because I love paintball, but man, it takes a lot of work. Onward.
I wish Onward you could peek like you do in paintball, so you wouldn't have to jiggle peek all over the place. You know.
Oh
Yeah,
your
that would
weird
be nice.
idea that I don't like. Yeah, I agree.
What idea? What?
No, I understand why you said it. It's your idea is to make it so that you can peek over like a building or side without moving your whole
sideways.
body.
Basically, lean out
Yeah.
without your whole body following it.
Yeah,
being able to
whole
lean
body
out.
peeking.
Legs
Yeah.
can be behind
Yeah.
walls.
Right now, if you lean out, it'll just your whole
Yeah,
body.
your whole
Yeah.
body comes
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't track your feet.
Nope.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so
Cracks your head.
let's talk a little bit about that because the game has changed significantly. If you watch, back in beginning of season 7, even season 6, it looked like you guys were, looked like Onward was moving into the neighborhood, and they just haven't set up house yet. And now when you go to suburbia, there's like furniture and curtains and there's just all kinds of different things, different lighting, and things have changed in the game. How do you guys, first of all, how do you feel about that? Because to me, it's like, I know people like change is good, which is sure, whatever, but like chess hasn't changed, and it's still a really competitive game that you still.
I have an
play.
opinion about some of the lighting. Some of the change, like for instance on Jungle, they added more fog.
What's jungle?
Which maybe when it comes to VR games, when it comes to VR, when you're dealing with VR headsets, the worst thing you can do is fuck with the visibility, in my opinion. Never mess with the ability to see other things.
Yeah.
It's just bad. It's stupid. And so adding more fog to Jungle, making this darker and stuff like that is just bad. Ever since they've done that, there's been less people playing. Like you see less lobbies lined up, and even in the middle of the day, it could be on Friday, Saturday. It is still only a few.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's what kind of ruined it for me because they made, I don't know if they did this because of performance or whatever, but they made Bazaar kind of like foggier and stuff. And
Definitely
then
like blurrier.
yeah, and they made like some of the long range maps blurrier, and I was like, okay, well this blows because like
Yeah, the difference in visuals on the Oculus CV1 is it's a lot more noticeable than it used to be. Like you just can't see.
Imagine if you weren't a League player and you didn't really have a time to go play a match or whatever. You're just playing casual, like, oh fuck, this is ugly. I'm gonna go play something else.
Also, why is it so like some of the things for me at least? I'm on Oculus, but I found I'm like, why is it so dark?
It is definitely
Change the
darker.
lighting.
I would say
Yeah.
that I felt that way about Abandon, which I have not
Oh
played.
god.
I have not played Abandon since before I started playing competitively, and I
have
went
been
in and
on
it
that
was
map.
so dark in the day.
I will attest from someone who lives in lives near the woods in a woodland area like Jizzy Pants. You probably live in the woods too, right?
Kind
I
of.
do.
Oh,
live
like you live in an area near the woods, right? Like you know
Yeah.
the woods
I
looks-
actually live in
Yeah.
the woods.
He
It
actually
doesn't
lives in the woods.
fucking
yeah.
look like that. It doesn't
Yeah.
fucking look like
No, it
Monkeys.
doesn't.
like you have a Dark Ages fucking filter over the camera of your eyes at all times. It doesn't look like that.
And very
Unless it's like
dark.
really cloudy and late in the day, then maybe
I
it
mean,
looks
it's
like
fine. They're just working on it. I mean, they will fix
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they're gonna
Oh,
fix
look at
it.
They
that
will
nice
have
guy.
to change things. Yeah.
You wanna hear
But
some-
it's so
It's a work in
negative,
progress, I
Yeah,
think.
aside
But
from
they've
the
gotten a lot of
lighting,
feedback on
what
it.
about like all the stuff that they put in?
Yeah, they have.
You mean, like the objects?
Yeah.
I don't really have an opinion on that. That's fine.
Yeah, it's
it's fine. Like the stuff in suburbia, it makes sense to have stuff inside the house, I guess.
Yeah.
I think they went a little bit overboard, but I don't really care.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. So
Yeah, home sweet home.
so the
I
thing
hate it.
Yeah? Do you?
No, I don't actually hate it. I just thought I'd make something different.
So I will, there's some things that I noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe jump in here, but one of the things that when they updated and had all these new things and maps and everything was that it does feel like everyone really slowed down. Like and people are like, no, really, blah blah blah, but almost every team, several casts, not just one, there is a team that will run the time down. And it's
Harder
not
to
just always
see, you have
downfall.
to.
It's like on quarantine. I mean, even, sorry, Plenus, I love you, but even Plenus ran down the time. He's a dangler.
I know. Yeah.
So-
That's against the
Eternal
rules for
shame.
danglers. No.
Yeah,
It's harder to
How can
see,
you
so
do
you
that?
have to be more careful.
Yeah.
Anglers are like sharks. You have to keep moving.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more you have to visually inspect now, so you can't move as fast because you'll just get shot from somewhere.
And the smokes don't work as good, so you can't rely on them to make as many crosses. So you still got to deal with more.
Yeah, you
have to use different techniques for the smokes now that they're directional.
Also, I found some spots that people are using that are like you literally can't see them.
Yeah,
because
they
of
can
all
see you.
the
Yeah,
stuff in front of you, and they can see you and shoot you, and I'm just like,
there is a lot more of that than there used to be. Yeah.
what do you do about that? But yeah, I don't know. It's just I think it's because of all the stuff, because there's just so much visual stuff now to take in, like Otto was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it hasn't changed for you
Sometimes
guys.
things are not going by the plan. I mean, yeah, you face some things, you slow down. Yeah, you face something else, and yeah, you run out of time eventually.
It's just a different game.
It happened to all of us.
Oh yeah.
It happened to each one of us.
So what do you guys think about Turbine, which is a new map?
That's a great map.
I like it so far. I think some of the objectives could be changed in spawns to make it more balanced, but yeah, I think it has a lot of potential.
I think it'd be great if they just removed the lower levels. It's too much map.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
And
or at least simplify them. You could simplify them.
And something I want to add, though, is that they're trying to make the game more performant. And if having all that shit in one level is just bad. I mean, just keep the top level and just forget about the rest. It makes a little alternate entry on the side of it or whatever, so it's not just a fuck fest in the middle. Okay, fine, but we don't need all that multi-level stuff below it. One level at the most, but not like 2 or 3.
Yeah, you could make 2 maps out of it right now.
It's a little overdone in my opinion. The top is fine. I like the way the top is. In fact, and also they did something right. They made the lighting more sensible. Like west actually feels like west.
Oh,
like some of the maps, the sun sets in the south or something like that. I always hated that shit.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I don't know if somebody said that, they have these big maps in order to make it like more like Milsim, you move in as a unit kind of a thing. But in my opinion, like Snow Peak, I like Snow Peak, but parts of that map could be its own. Like the ice and the hangars could be a second cargo.
And I think they should.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, it's too much.
That's
for one
true,
map.
actually.
Yeah, so then I felt that way about Turbine. Like on the bridge could be its own, like another cargo, because on that bridge you have the cars, but you also have the stairs on the side. So it does give you, that close quarter combat, but also Turbine's just so big.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in.
I think Turbine's a lot of fun, though. I'm not gonna lie.
But it feels now. I mean, it's the beginning. That's why after a few months we will all know the map, and it's gonna get easier.
Yeah.
I think overall I like the map. Yeah.
What's your favorite map?
Quarantine.
That's
everyone's favorite map.
Yeah, mine's Quarantine.
Yeah. What do you like about
it? I think it's the most balanced and dynamic map.
You can do a lot of different things.
You can get creative on it.
There's close quarters.
There's not just 4 lanes you're stuck in, which is nice.
If you're creative, you can go in through any angle you want. So
there's 3, but there's like 12 to be honest. Like there's 3 roads.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you don't have if you also cut the map in this way, there's so many more
places
diverse. You can come in.
Yeah, so it's not like you can cheese on that map and just do one thing every time for an objective. It won't work. You need to be able to adapt continually on that map, and that's why we like it.
Yeah, that's good. Were you
that's why we do good on it.
Me?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was trying to think what my favorite map is. I guess there's different things I like about different maps. Tactically speaking, like when I was running plays for Space Force, my favorite map was actually Bizarre, because I felt like it was easier to coordinate attack on that map because of how square it is in certain parts of it. It was just easier to click everyone in position, and then whereas like Quarantine is a different ballgame. It's more about spreading out and having angles.
Yeah, I used to not like Quarantine as much, but I'm learning to like it a lot more. Mostly because it would glitch out if I'm like in the middle burning or something.
That's so good.
But like crossing the streets sometimes was frustrating. But I learned to love Bazaar and I learned to love Quarantine, but my team won't play it. So.
I love Downfall too, but it's so hard to play competitively.
Yeah.
Oh, why is that?
Just a grind.
Visually right now it's hard to see.
Are you guys still playing on your Rift? original Rift?
I think we're all CV1, yeah.
Yep.
Nah,
I'm CD1.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
Have you guys tried the Rift S
Nope.
Index? You guys haven't tried it.
I haven't,
Tried
but
Index.
I don't use it for Onward.
Yeah.
I want to try it on my Quest.
I'm shocked. No one on Globochem has seen Onward on Rift S.
No.
You
You want
guys.
to see my chair right now?
I like having tracking on my walls and being able to have precise tracking. So
This is
don't
my
wanna switch.
chair,
Yeah.
and look, the bottom has decayed. I don't know if you can see that.
You know what would be great is if they took the Rift S and made it backwards compatible with the sensors for the
Yeah.
CD.
If it had lighthouse tracking,
This
I
will
would get
fall
one.
over. I'm not kidding you. That's why I keep moving. I'm cheap.
That's the
Um,
rich guy, right?
That's the Canadian way.
You guys,
That's a
I'm
rich guy,
so
right?
sorry. I can't grasp this. You guys have not, like, every team who loses to you guys are all on your original, but Onward looks great in the Rift S and in the Index.
It
Yeah,
does
it
look
looks very
great
good
in
on the index.
Yeah, I love
But
it.
the knuckles are so clumsy in Onward that it
Yes.
Yeah,
not
I will
worth
not be using those
it.
knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I have to turn mine in. Actually, so I got the Index and I just could not. I would practice on it, but then for a match, I would switch out.
Yeah.
And now
It's just
we have a match
clumsy.
tomorrow. I don't think I can use it.
Yeah, the Oculus Rift Touch controllers are the best.
Yeah, unbeatable. Yeah. So actually, we were all talking about DreamHack in Atlanta, and how Oculus, and VRML, everyone's all teaming up to show off esports in VR, and everyone would obviously be playing on the Rift S. So Thunder, I know that you had the Vive, and then playing in ESL, VRL like moved you guys to the Rift.
That's right.
I mean, the controllers are unbeatable, but how is that adapting, and do you think your team can adapt to the Rift S? What do you guys think?
I don't think it would be that big of a transition, but
I use a stock, so I wouldn't be as sharp of an aim, like at least not as fast. I would have to get used to that.
I have reservations about how the tracking would go at a live event with that many people playing in the same space with lights, with that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We had issues with the lighthouse tracking, and we had 4 sensors per player. So if you're just using Rift S tracking, I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, actually, I think they did some, like, when they updated it, I think it got better, because
Yeah. Well, like, I know that I think inside out tracking will work at some point, but I don't know if it's going to be soon.
Well, we were all laughing at Oculus Connect 5. Everyone, they were like, it's untethered headset. Everyone's like, woo! And then OC6, they're like, now it can be tethered. And everyone's like, yay! You know, like,
I know, isn't that
they
funny?
might do that again, huh?
Like, they tethered it, but they still won't go back to lighthouse like tracking or
Yeah,
or
but
constellation
maybe
tracking.
because they made it untethered, but people were like, no, we still want to be able to play these.
Could
Like,
add
other
the
games.
option that you can have both or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to
For the
not
complex
allow
one, yeah.
the option. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, I think that I think you guys are gonna finish the season off really strong. And I think it'll be the same teams in rotation. I think you guys have like over 3,000 hours, almost 4,000 hours, maybe. I don't know how many you guys have.
Something like that.
Okay, I'm still like working in the 700s.
Look at Vance, how small he is over there.
two of them.
What are you doing over there, man? Crazy, man.
Team 61.
So, of the new teams, there are some new teams that broke into the top 10. I would say, like, my favorite is Mayhem. Do you guys have any favorite new teams that you've maybe didn't play with before? Or,
Vikings, I think they're sick, and I don't know what
Yeah.
they're doing.
Vikings are
I don't know
awesome.
any of
Yeah,
them.
they are good.
they're
Vikings are cool.
they're
Yeah.
fun guys.
We should scrim those guys sometime soon.
They're
Vikings
killing
has a
everyone,
good dynamic, I
and
think.
it's dope.
We totally need to scrim those guys.
Yeah, it's just different
Yeah.
play times, but we could maybe make that work.
Well, you can make it work on a weekend or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could.
I really like them.
I like Mayhem too. Mayhem's cool.
Yeah, no, they're good. Have you guys watched?
We played them
these?
earlier in the season, I think.
I think that when you first played them, I think they went through a whole like change of. Miracle Dev was their captain, and he moved
Yeah, we
on.
played the new version.
Yeah.
we
they-
played the newer
they
one.
did
Yeah.
take a map from us. They played really well in quarantine.
Yep.
They pushed us harder than most teams have on that map.
Yeah, so they I also interviewed them and I really like their team. They're really like fun and cocky, but the cockiness is actually kind of like a part of their charm, unlike some other teams that I'll name later in chat. I really do like them and what they're doing, and you guys are talking about them like taking a map from you and challenging. Any other
Holy shit, Jim, you look like a ghost.
any other teams
I'm,
that you think are that you
I'm a
kind
white
of
man
keep an eye
from
out on?
Canada.
Anyone?
So
I got my eye on Fireteam Alpha when they activate. Like,
Yeah, that'd be good.
Well,
Sicknesses team?
they're all veterans, so.
True.
So what?
Did you say sickness team?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, not SMC.
Not SMC. I mean, yeah, SMC is good.
No,
too,
I'm trying to
but,
see if you remembered.
No, sickness is not SMC anymore.
Who's your
Even that we all
who's
think
your rivals?
beginners?
No,
I don't know.
Probably beginners.
Nobody. Just say it. Say it, Luke. Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah. I know he wants to.
No, I mean beginners if anybody, but I'm not too worried about them. So
Yeah, and SMC's been playing strong lately too.
Yeah,
I mean,
they've had a good season.
they played a real strong game against the Danglers last week.
they did. Yeah.
Yeah, no, SSC is I mean they showed up this season. And SMC and Globochem put on a good show, which
That was a fun match.
It was a good match. Yeah.
yeah, that's important. So a few things. Did you guys see any of these controversies over certain rules during the season? You guys have any opinions on?
I kind of stay out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not current on that. I don't know what's going on there. I don't.
Anything
If
that
they put a vote out on, then I know about it, but otherwise I don't really hear about it.
do you guys have like a philosophy that you guys kind of adhere to?
The
Play with
last
honor.
rule is the best.
Yeah.
My personal philosophy is don't make too many damn rules.
Yeah.
Don't what?
Keep it
Don't make too
simple.
many rules. No.
We don't need really any more rules.
Well, because if both sides can be, gentlemen or whatever about this, and we can really be honorable players, we don't need as many rules. So.
And we don't need to ban everything that is an inconvenience to somebody else who can't figure out how to work around it. Like a shield, I don't know how to deal with killing a shield, so let's ban it. Or I don't know how to deal with free fire, so let's ban it.
Yeah, that's true. That was the talk today.
Part of the game is figuring out how to counter other teams' tactics, not banning them.
I agree with that, actually. I like the shield because we have 3 strong shield players on our team. But also I don't mind fighting it because, it's a different battle and they kill me and then I also kill them. So you're right. My favorite is figuring that out with the team. So flanking them or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Those are different philosophies. Some people think they get really upset about a certain thing and they really focus on that one rule. I don't like all the rules that aren't a part of the game. I find that hard to remember. Which weapons you're allowed to use, and then when can you throw things, and what maps.
Well, I mean, it just comes down to trying to make the league the most competitive it can be, I guess, and that's not always easy, and I understand that.
So the league has grown a lot. What do you guys see in its future? Do you guys think it's going to? How do you think it's going to grow? How are we going to maintain
future,
it?
But I think for us it's a worse time because we have to play more. And it's also for fun, and we have to enjoy the game. But yeah, as the community, the league is getting bigger. Yeah, in order to stay on top, you will need to start spending serious amount of hours and have at the same time real life stuff like family, work, and things to do. So yeah. And if you don't get paid for that, I mean, it's gonna get
The way I see it is stay sharp for now. Stay sharp for now until the big tournaments start coming back. It'll eventually come back. Somebody's going to make it happen. Everybody wants it to happen. It's going to eventually happen again.
It's happening in November. We've already.
Are you talking about that? Well, there's not really big money involved with that. You have to fly yourself out and stuff like that.
I'm talking about from Finland is so expensive.
I'm talking about OC. Yeah, I'm talking about OC5 style events. the way I see it is stay short for now until those things happen again, which I believe they will eventually.
Yeah, they will.
That's the way I see it.
I can tell you right now. I'm telling you, insider scoop.
I'm in my basement right now, but the same thing happened with MLG, and like MLG came in,
What's MLG?
and they went out, and then esports came in afterwards.
Who?
MLG.
It was a esports organization.
Exactly, Major League Gaming, like they disappeared.
Yeah, it's true.
Like your picture now, eh?
Yeah. I'm in the basement.
He's doing something in the basement that he doesn't want to show on the camera.
So I'm gonna wrap it up. I want to
Facebook
thank
before.
you guys for your time. Do you guys have anything to say to your fans? Do you guys know you have fans?
Didn't know we had fans.
I think we have
Um,
people who want to assassinate us.
I would
Yeah, it
say,
feels like we have more people who just want to see us lose and get
Yeah.
destroyed.
hey, Globochem motherfuckers.
It's
Succinct.
it's
Yeah.
not that for me, it's not that I want to see you guys lose. It's that I get excited to see how people try to beat you guys.
Hey, people like underdogs. We get it. You know.
Yeah, no, it's totally understandable.
Yeah, no.
We're not offended by it.
But actually,
Fuck 'em.
I like to see how they try, but I really like it when you guys are like, you will shut it down. Because it's not like you guys are like, you started the game, you created it, and you have thousands of hours ahead of everybody. You know what I mean? Like, you have teams that have been playing as long as you guys have as well.
Yeah.
And I really think it's like that chemistry that you guys have, which is why I think SMC
It's a big part of it.
this season.
Yeah,
You know, they
correct.
brought on Trip, who is seems to have really good chemistry with Pwnecake, so I think that really helps. He has like,
Well,
yeah.
you know, Otto and I just wanted to form a competitive team. We found Pants, and that became Globochem.
Yeah.
And from there, we recruited killers that we thought would complement that group. And it's been very successful. And it's gonna keep going.
They're all skillful, and if we really practice also together, yeah, we're unstoppable. So we have shown that. So yeah, that's what we do.
I think Lion's gonna quit just to beat you guys. Join
Yeah.
again.
If I were to not be on Globochem after this for whatever reason, eventually that's probably what I would try to do.
Yeah.
Not out of like a rival, like a grudge or anything, because I've always liked whoever's the top team. That's who I'm going to go after. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense. I'd do the same.
That's the right attitude if you want to play competitive Onward.
Yeah.
yeah.
Lastly, for people who are thinking about joining, or just started, there's a starter league. I mean, as much as you guys like want to keep it with, top players, and that's who you want to play with, and I totally respect that. But we also all need to recognize that we want the league to grow. Is there a tipping point? Like, at what point? How do you encourage people to keep going?
Oh, well, I mean, entry level into the league is very forgiving. When I say I want to play with the top teams, I do, and I will, because those are the people that make it to the matches that we get matched up with on Globochem. So I'm not worried about that. Like, that's MMR sorts all that out. If you get to that level, you'll play us. You know what I mean? So, but
Yeah, I don't think
you can
people
start
should be
anywhere.
worried about joining because there's a huge spread of skill in the league now.
like 50
There's
something teams.
brand new teams, and then there's teams who've been playing every season. So you have, a good spread.
There's
of
plenty of
everybody.
new teams to test yourself against and learn before you ever play teams like us.
Yeah, a long time ago when there was like 10 teams, it sucked for the teams
Yeah.
that were like 7th and 8th because we would just
Yeah.
And everyone
We
wants to
roll
be
them.
the 7th, right?
We would just murder some teams, and it wasn't fun for either team,
Yeah.
And now it's not like that at all. MMR is separated really well,
Sure.
and all our matchups are good matchups.
Okay, so we know you guys are gonna make it to the end. We're not gonna talk about the EU, but who do you have a suspicion that you're gonna be battling?
Probably SMC.
Probably SMC. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been fighting them.
Yeah, we've seen them in the playoffs a lot of times.
Yeah.
And we haven't ever lost to them.
It's a really good game. But it's actually really hard for me to watch games because I like different people, so I'll always be like, it's my fantasy league of this player and this player. But of course, you guys introduced me to the game, been really kind. Otto and Thunder, I haven't mentioned it, but they are brothers, and their sister plays. They have another sister that I tried to recruit, but we're still...
Yeah, she wasn't having it.
Not happening.
I've actually met everyone in your family now, so yeah. But well, we could try again. Okay,
I mean,
so
we already
those
have
are
a
2
girl
points.
here on our team, so yeah.
Yeah, get your other sister and
Pants,
get
sorry,
toast.
are you here?
Yeah. Like,
I'm here, you
Oh,
son of a
sorry.
bitch.
Hey guys, I have to go. I'm working.
Boom.
So.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Ref.
well,
You
Pants,
ref,
we want to see you
even though we
back in
didn't
the
play.
game. You know, we want to see you back in those lobbies. And playing with your real names. I know Gattaca does it too.
He does.
He changes his name. It's really funny
He does
because
do that.
you always know. You're like,
Well, I don't try to hide my voice. I'm not good at it, as
no,
you
you're
know.
not good
so
at
I
it.
don't
You're
try
really
to hide it.
passionate, and you don't
No.
hide that. Yeah.
But
You always know Thunder. Even we've caught Thunder on an alias before.
yeah.
I
I'm
always
like,
know it's
excuse me, can
Mix.
you say one more thing, please?
Yeah. No,
Motherfuckers.
Mix doesn't change his name, but I always know it's him
No.
because he starts the game the same way. He holds the weapon the same way. So anyway, that's my thing. Hi, Mix. Well, thank you, Globochem. This was a treat because you guys are, the top, and so thank you for making the time, hanging out with us, and
Yeah,
just
for sure.
contributing to the community.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, good luck to you guys on the coming, the rest of the season, and good luck, Lion. You're the carry now. I heard. I read in the diary. You're gonna
Nah.
lead.
Otto's the carry.
Otto is the
Hi
carry.
guys.
He's the
Bye,
last
Raph.
one.
Alright, Ralph.
Love you.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, leave a comment, leave a like, follow and subscribe, and watch our cast. We have some casts coming up this weekend, and catch us at DreamHack in Atlanta. Come say hi. Not only do we have Onward, we have Pavlov, who actually we have a team captain of Pavlov who is moderating for us right now. VRML is a really cool organization. It's not just Onward. We have Echo, Final Assault, so it's a growing league, and we really like to get behind and support it. So follow our Global has a Twitter, Instagram, like we're all over. So show us some love, and tell these guys they are awesome, because they are. So look at Pants. He's like, he's not. All right, thanks so much, guys. Thank you to everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Viv.
Thanks for having us.